The big question here is, why does Daniel hate religion so much? If we take a look at the Sunday family, Plainview likes both Mary and Paul. He utterly detests Abel and Eli. After Eli's tussle in the mud with Plainview, he insults his father for being a stupid, weak man and physically dominates him, claiming authority over the house. Abel uses religion as an excuse to beat his children, and he passed his flock on to Eli. It's not impossible that Eli started expressing his more extreme behaviors independently, but it's much more likely that both Abel's genetic and environmental conditioning caused Eli to develop into the little shit he became. We don't get a whole lot of details about Daniel's past, but we can ride the inference train. In his conversation with no one, we discover that Daniel didn't have a good relationship with his father, and that he couldn't bear to stay in Wisconsin, although his sister Annabelle is still there. There's a line where he's talking to no one/Henry about his competitive cruelty.
Well, if it's in me, it's in you.
Also when he starts cursing the grown-up HW.
I don't even know who you are because you have none of me in you.
He's kind of obsessed with the blood connection, as if that's the only thing that can be trusted. But he has no blood connections. He never takes a wife. There are no other children mentioned. Kieran Hines is his closest business associate for most of the film, but there's a completely different dude in the final shot. Let's rewind a bit. When HW returns home, his father takes him to a local joint for some nice steaks, where they bump into a handful of the standard men. Daniel is still painfully raw about abandoning his child, and decides to bully Tilford some more.
Standard offered us $1 million for the Middle Boston leases. I told H.M. Tilford where he could shove that, and we made a deal with Union.
It's worth mentioning that HW both sets the house on fire and punches his father upon his return, but Daniel never gets upset to the point of beating his son. In fact, Daniel is emotionally steady through most of his interactions with the young HW, and there are several instances in which Daniel holds HW like the most precious thing. In general, he's a decent father, so why is he so easily set off by this imaginarily implied slight about his parenting skills?
Daniel, let me introduce... Look over there. You see? That's my son. You see him?
Yes,
You see him?
I see him.
And don't tell me how to raise my family.
Daniel never says anything about his father. It's no one who provides us with the details of the man's death and poor relationship with Daniel. Remember how Daniel protected Mary from her father for basically no reason? So I lied. Knowing how much he hates Abel, religion, child abuse, and people being fake-ass motherfuckers, it is heavily implied that Daniel experienced some religious trauma at the hands of his father. He is so sensitive to Tilford's non-dig because he doesn't want to invite any personal comparison to his father. That is the ultimate denigration of his character, and therefore sense of self. So yeah, Daniel Plainview is not a villain. He is a tragic figure. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.